Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, April 7th. It is 6:21 right now. Market's going to open in about 9 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started with our session for today. Just going to do a bit of some housekeeping here on the video. Let's see. So we'll get right there. A couple other things here I just got to set up real quick. All right. Looks solid. All right, looks good. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right, looks good. All right, guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, April 7th. It's 6:23 right now. Market's going to open in about 7 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and mark up all of the liquidity real quick before the market opens so that we can kind of understand where all the liquidity is sitting. Looks like it's a kind of the same setup as yesterday. There's a lot of liquidity on top. If you guys follow the markups yesterday, liquidity didn't get hit until after the session, but it did get hit eventually. So, it's always something to keep in mind when looking for any possible entries. All right, so we got everything right there. There's actually not that much liquidity. I mean, there's a lot of liquidity on top, but not as much as yesterday. I'm gonna go and mark this up here as well. This right here. So we got that. That. One more here. And I think that's it. All right, so we had some big spikes right here at 409. I'm gonna see if there's anything that happened in the news around that period. Let's see who's here. Morning, David. Morning, John. Morning, Peter. Morning, Rami. Morning, Kenny. Morning, Solo. Morning, Miles. Morning, Lisa. Morning, Rick. Who else is here? Morning, Talanji. Morning, Saren. Morning, Matt. Morning, Marlon. Morning, Lily. Morning, Jez. Morning, Professor. Morning, Dell. Morning, Rashida. Morning, Maddie. Morning, Jessica. All right, Maddie. Yeah, Maddie said Yellen speaking today at 7:30. I'm gonna check all of the news real quick. See if anything happened pre-market. Looks like there was some news at 5:30. Unemployment claims that might have caused stuff to spike around. We have Fed member Bullard speaking right now. I think at 6. So 5:30 and 6 we had news. Let me just mark that up real quick. Unemployment news at 5:30, which was right over there, and then we had news at 6, which was the Fed right over there. We got some more news coming up as well, but we'll just keep that marked up for now. Let's see 5:30 again, which was right there, and then Bullard speaking right here at 6, which was right there. Then we got Yellen speaking at 7:30. I think that's the only big one for today. So 7:30 there. 38. All right. So yeah, news right there at 7:30. Yellen trying to cause some crazy price movement again like yesterday. It's no surprise. Hey Mauricio, morning David, morning everybody. It's 6:27 right now. Market's going to open in about 3 minutes. So let me go ahead and just finish marking this up. So I'm going to take that off. Just the liquidity that's already hit. Looks like it's pretty much the same exact setup as yesterday. And we'll see if it does the same thing as it did yesterday. It's 53% long right now, indicating that 53% of retail traders are on the long side. So it's indicating that we should probably be looking for some sells. However, it's not very strong. So the IG sentiment here isn't super strong, but we'll probably use that to some extent. Looking over here to the fundamentals are currently 106 points in the red. They're not very far down in the red, but they are in the red. So it's going to align with the retail sentiment. Doesn't look like there's much news this morning on CNBC. These things I'm loading up. All right, so all of the indices are pretty much down. The Dow is down 105 points, S&P is down 8 points, NASDAQ is down 35 points. There's kind of no surprise there because the unemployment data, I think, was negative. Actually, it was positive. It's weird. So we'll see how that affects the market. Looking over here at the Ukraine news, let's see if any changes have happened. More recently, since Kremlin says U.S. sending weapons to Ukraine won't help peace talks. So it looks like, yeah, obviously U.S. is kind of backing up Ukraine a bit more than it was prior. So with that said, you can see here price has been dumping, right? Because when the U.S. starts to hop into the war, it doesn't make things any better. So we'll see where this goes anyways. If we're looking for the breakout here, guys, we're looking for a strong red candle. Market's going to open in about 40 seconds. We have a sell momentum right here. So what we're looking for is a strong sell signal in order for us to take the breakout. However, sorry, we don't even have the breakout requirements here. I have to redo it. Unfortunately, I kind of screwed it up yesterday when I was playing with the new requirements for the other strategy. So unfortunately, I can't put that up right now. But if you guys are familiar with the breakout, basically we're looking for a strong momentum candle in the direction of momentum. So, hey JJ, morning. All right, market's opening in about 5 seconds. So market is open in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The market is now open. So let's see where price goes from here. We're basically looking for a strong red candle. However, doesn't necessarily need to mean that's going to be a strong red candle that comes up. If this closes as a strong green candle, then this could possibly be the breakout as well. So we're either looking for a strong green candle with a green bullish momentum signal, or we're looking for a strong red candle in the direction of the current momentum. So momentum can shift. It's just, it just really depends on, which direction it wants to go. You can see where price is rejecting from. It's rejecting directly off news price right there, that pink line. We'll see where it goes from here, but there's a lot of liquidity sitting on top. So this can possibly be, a pretty big push to the upside. We'll see where it goes from here. All right, big wick right there. It rejected directly off news price. So no buy entry there for the breakout. You guys can see here that it's, it's pretty clear as to the direction that it's going. So let's see what happens here. We're either looking for a strong red candle or looking for a green candle with a buy signal. Those are the two things we're looking for the breakout here. Here's a strong red candle right here. If it closes strong red, then this can possibly be the breakout. However, one thing you want to keep in mind is that there are sessions right here, so price can just reject directly off it. So even if this is the breakout, which doesn't look like it's going to, it has a big wick right there. You want to be careful because it's right at the sessions. So see where it closes from here. So let's see. All right, so this is not a strong red candle, or I mean, I guess it can be. It depends on how you guys are deciphering it. For me personally, I mean, it could be or it can't be, because the thing is the wick, you're comparing the body to the wick. The body is pretty strong here. However, it's still kind of a big wick. Also, it's right at the session. So, I mean, technically, even if this was the breakout, I wouldn't have taken it because it's right at the sessions, and I would be worried that there'd be some sort of retracement here. But technically, I mean, I guess that could have been the breakout there if you were considering that a strong red candle. However, I do find it still to be a bit risky. Maybe what I'll do is if it pushes down further, I'll probably catch it for the last, 100 pips down here. I think that's the only way I'll take it. I'll take a little speculative move because the thing is, it's right at the session, so it's too risky for me to just hop in right then and there. So I'm gonna see if it continues to drop lower, then maybe I'll just catch it for 100 pips as it pushes to the full move. So maybe I'll just enter right here. Let's see, I think what I might do is I might just set a sell stop right there. As it drops back down, and all it just catches it drops. So I can just catch whatever little move is left of it right there. But it does look a little risky. It's right at the sessions. So this is a reason why I'd be very careful about taking the entry here, because it's right at the sessions. What I might do is set a sell stop down there, and then if it comes down, because if it does come back down here to the same low, I do think it'll probably be pushing all the way farther down. But as I mentioned, it is very risky because it's right at the sessions right here. Yeah, Solange just did sessions. Yeah, good luck, guys. Yeah, no, I agree. It's not in a good point right now, or a good area, because it's literally right at the sessions. So I'd be careful with taking anything at that point. So I'm still thinking about taking the sell stop right there. I haven't put it in EMA. Still pushing around. I just want to wait for it to come back down below the sessions, like for a second retest, because it's just I just find it risky where it is right now, because it's like literally at the sessions. You guys can see right here where I marked it up at. It's just not a good point to be entering any trades. But as I mentioned earlier, the sentiment right here is indicating that we should probably take some sells overall. Yeah, it's 58% long. That thing's crazy. This thing's been moving like I mean, lately it's just moving like really fast, if you guys have noticed. So I'm not in the position yet, guys. I was gonna put a sell stop down here. I didn't put it in yet because it's right at the sessions. I'm thinking about maybe if it comes back below. Let's see, iPhone said we should not enter any sells yet. Prices at order block from yesterday. Yeah, and I agree with that. I mean, your order block probably lines up with like where the sessions are down here. It's just too risky of a move. It's like, I don't like trading anywhere where like, where the sessions are. If you guys look at like whatever like rejection points on the bottom that you guys have, it typically lines up with the sessions right here. Or if not the sessions, maybe news price or liquidity. Typically it's the same thing. So like usually if I have an area down here that's risky, it usually lines up with whatever majority of other people are looking at as well. So, I mean, I'm just waiting. I haven't put anything in yet. Let's see this. Yeah, Brock's, he said he canceled his sell stop. I'm just gonna take this off right here. So guys, just a reminder, this is technically the breakout. However, it's too risky of a move, so I'm not in it yet because it's right at the sessions. You can see where price came down from. Price slowly came down. It kind of faked out at the sessions, and then it pushed right back up. Let's see. Yeah, it's glad you say good luck, Steven. Yeah, no, I hope it does come down for you, Steven. I do think it's going to come down overall, but it's just not in a good area, you know. Wherever the sessions are, it's just not a good area to be trading in. It's just there's a there's a lot of reasons not to take this trade. The sessions are the main reason. I never trade where the sessions are. Whenever the sessions are there, I just ignore it. I don't care if there's a really good trade, if there is like a triple confluence, anything like that. I'll just never take the trade if it's around here, the sessions, because it's just not a good area to be trading in, because this is where you get the rejection and reversals that come from. Yeah, Matty canceled his sell stop too. I never even put my sell stop up. So it looks like Barack and Matt took off their sell stop. And there you go. See, it's exactly why I wouldn't trade around this area. If you get a lot of manipulation, you get a fake out to the bottom and then it comes right back up. So I'm just going to take this off just so that you guys don't hop into this trade. As I was mentioning, guys, I never take trades here. I'm going to show you guys where I never take trades. I never take trades where the sessions are. So wherever these dotted lines are, whatever color they are, red is the Asia or London low, or the red is going to be a London higher low. Purple is going to be Asia higher low. And the green is going to be New York higher low. So any of these lines right here, I don't take any trades. If you see any pink lines like this, you can see where this candle rejected from. This is news price. I don't take any trades around that area. So basically, I don't take trades around these lines, this line right here, and then also opening price, which is going to be right here, because these are like critical price points where you see a lot of price rejection from. And it's just not worth the risk, right? Because when you trade around those areas, it becomes a gamble, because you don't know whether price is going to, whether price is going to go up or down whenever price touches those price points. Like for example, here, price came up and then it bounced off this pink line right here. This could have easily went up. Like there's two ways it could have went. It could have either shot up or bounced off. It's always like one or two directions. Same with this right here, right? One of two things happen. Like you have to wait to see how price reacts to these little areas, because when price reaches these areas, one of two things will happen. It'll either shoot up like it did right there, or it'll continue dropping. It's usually going to be an area of a crossroads, as you might want to call it. You consider a lot of these dotted lines across the board as crossroads, because at that point, price is either going to bounce up or it's going to drop below further. It's not going to go sideways. It's going to go one way or the other. So you can be 50% right or 50% wrong. And you don't want a 50% probability of winning. You want something higher, maybe like a 70-30, 80-20, 90-10. Something where you have a better understanding as to like where price is going. So same with this right here. Price again is at this pink line. One of two things that you can identify is price is going to go one way or the other. Right here, price is at the pink line. You'll either see a fake out and price come back down, or you'll see it push back up even further. So I don't recommend anyone take any trades right here as well. It's just going to be a matter of waiting for price to kind of break away from this point. So you want to get away from all of these lines here and then possibly wait for it to push up here. And then maybe you can take some trades right here as price hits liquidity, or for it to push up here and push up further, right? So just keep that in mind, guys. It's just all about patience and waiting. I know I've been saying that for like the past couple of weeks now, but this is just the market that we're in right now, right? There's no clear direction, so you kind of want to be a bit careful with taking certain trades. Looking here on the clean chart, as you guys can see, it's kind of the same setup as yesterday. It did a fake out to the bottom right here, and then it came all the way back up. And then what I'm hoping for is I'm hoping that price continues to push up higher, so that we can have an actual direction for the day. Because if not, price is going to do the same thing as it did yesterday. It came up, down, came up, came back down, came back up, and it just ranged around this whole area right here where opening price was. So that's what I don't want to happen. I want price to either go up or price to go down. All right. So as you can see right here at this point, This is the news price came up, it's retested. What you want to look for at this point is if price ends up breaking and closing past this line right here. If price ends up breaking and closing past that line, it's going to confirm a shift in bias to the upside. And then we can possibly start looking for some possible buys here. Oh, nice. So Joshua said 3-minute daily running, but risky. Yeah, definitely risky because there's no confirmation of the bullish bias just yet. If price does close above there, this will be a confirmation of a bullish bias for the technical side, not necessarily for the fundamentals, but for the technical side, yes. Fundamentals are currently below 100 points, so this can easily shift to the green side at 65 points now. So it's not very, strong. So let's see where it goes from here. Price ends up pushing higher at this point. See where it pushes. It's going to hit liquidity right there. See if it continues to push. Sorry guys, I didn't tell you what I took. I did take a couple buys right here. I actually took 2 buys right here. Obviously, you know, if you guys have been following my analysis, I'm starting to catch these liquidity pushes. Like when I get the confirmation, as you saw earlier, I mentioned that if price ends up hitting or breaking and closing above this point, it's going to confirm the bullish bias to hit liquidity right here. So I took 2 small scalps right there. 2 small scalps where I made about 2.4K, 2 trades right there. Because I just wanted to catch the liquidity push. You know, this is something that when I take speculative trades like this, I'm not going to tell anybody because I don't want you guys to be entering it and then holding it for too long. For me, I already know I have my DOM set up here. So I just hit my DOM twice. When price broke and closed above there, I caught it for 100 pips. And then when price hit liquidity, I caught another 100 pips there. So I basically took 2 trades for 100 pips each. And then now I'm back out of it. Because once you have that confirmation right there, price is still at news price right here. So as I mentioned, price came back down, retested this point. We could look for another possible confirmation right here if price ends up closing above that point. Nice. Lisa caught it too. Lisa said 3K, I'm out. Night all caught the 2 pushes up. Nice. So a lot of you guys here can see what I'm doing. Or you guys have already kind of figured it out, right? Because you guys do see me take some speculative trades. Unfortunately, I do want to take official trades, but you know, it's not that easy with these conditions here. Yeah, no, Rami caught it too. So a lot of people here actually caught it. Rashida caught it, Rami caught it, Lisa caught it. Rami said, I'll be honest, I caught it with the head swivel. Yeah, I mean, you guys can kind of see because you guys can see my camera here. When I'm looking at the MT4, like when I'm really focused on the MT4, I'm probably in a trade, which is a speculative trade because I'm getting in and out super quickly. And so again, right here, this is why I didn't hold it for like a longer move, because I did mention that it was probably gonna hit liquidity and then come back down. So again, guys, back to what I was saying earlier, look at this pink line right here. When you get to this pink line right here, or not just the pink line, but if you get to the purple line, the green line, the red line, the blue line, any of these horizontal lines, any lines going sideways right here, you have a 50% chance of price going up or coming down. Earlier, we had areas of liquidity right here, right? So if I just go back a little bit, we had these areas of liquidity, right? So when price did break and close above here, I knew I had a 50% chance, but I already had the idea that price was going to push up at least to here, right? Which is about 400 pips. So with that said, I caught it for 200 pips, 2 separate 100 pip moves, and then I locked it in and I closed it out. So now I'm not in the position to close out with profit. I will take screenshots of the profit. And just a disclaimer, I did take a couple trades last night during Asia. I know I shouldn't have, but I did take a couple. So when I take a screenshot later today, I'm only going to screenshot the trades from this morning because, you know, as you guys know, we have some people who like to complain about me taking trades outside of the live sessions. So I'm only going to show you guys what we do here in the live because I just get a lot of complaints and I don't want to deal with it. because people keep saying that I make most of my profits off the live, but realistically, I make all my profits on the live. I maybe make like 1 or 2 trades off it, just because I see a good move, but not necessarily. So there's another mover. I was gonna take this right here, or Rain. I don't know if Rain's in here or Maddie. Yeah, Rain's here too. There's the that 1 minute. I was thinking about taking it, but I didn't because I just looked that there's no pending momentum here. There is a, yeah, Remy, there's a double body there. However, there's no pending momentum for a buy signal. So going back to the requirement here, pending momentum in that direction. So yeah, actually no entry off that point. John said, do we have a name for the heads full strategy? No, of course not. Yeah, David said you have a right to trade whenever you want. Yeah, no, I know I do, but people are still going to complain, and I just don't want to deal with the complaints, right? I'm sure everyone can agree with that. If you got people complaining about stuff, you're gonna stop doing what people complain about, so that they don't complain anymore. But yeah, here I'll just take this. Now that price is kind of coming down a bit, we have a little bit of some downtime. I'm gonna go ahead and just take screenshots of just those 2 trades that I took right here on the live. These are going to count towards the results, of course. I'm just going to show you guys to so you guys can kind of understand, what trades I took at that point. So here we go. I just get this right here. So it's only going to be the 2 trades, just to show you guys, because I know sometimes you guys want to see the trades that I take so that you guys can kind of study my entry points. And I'm just doing this for your guys's, for your guys's, it's weird. One of my trades, my copiers gave me a loss, actually. I don't know how that happened, but it's okay. That's weird. I guess there's a lot of slippage, I guess, with my copier. But it's all right. Yeah, there's a huge price differential with my copiers here. I think price is just moving too fast, which is okay. I mean, it happens. There's really no getting around it. Just 1 loss. All right, so price is coming back down. Unfortunately, price is doing exactly what it did yesterday. This is what I was hoping wasn't going to happen. I was hoping there was going to be some sort of direction, but there isn't really much of a direction again today, unfortunately. But let me just show you guys. My trades here. All right, guys. So here we are with those 2 trades that I took. If you guys want to go back and look at it, fine. These aren't counting towards the official trades. We have no trades for today so far, but these are the 2 scalps that I took just now that I showed you when I hit liquidity. These liquidity points are very key areas to look for, quick pushes where you can make like 100 pips or so. But anyways, here's one of them. This is my main account. You can see the green strips because I let them hit TP. I made 1,010 off this one, 1,470 off the other one. And you can see these trades happen within a 6-second period, right? This hit 6 seconds and I entered the other one and there was 6 seconds right there. So this literally happened in 6 seconds and this happened in maybe 6 seconds or less, where I made this. This is my FTMO. Here's my copy. You can see there's slippage. It's really weird because I made 1,000 off this one. I should have made 1,000 off this one, but I actually made negative 100. But it's fine. It balanced itself out. Here's my MFF. You can see I only made 100,000 off that one. My other MFF, even a different price for both of the trades there. This is my copy. And this is how you guys can tell they're different accounts, right? Some people tell me like, hey, is your MFF the same? Are you just reposting the same picture? I'm like, no, they're different. Because this one here, you can see I made 100 and 1,080. For this one, I made 100 and 980. So they're 2 different MFF accounts. And this is my other one, the TFF, whatever it's called, about 1,050. So just to show you guys, if you guys want to go back and look at it, you guys can see the time difference. So here's one thing as well. One thing that people always tell me is like, hey, you guys can't use copiers for other accounts because the time is exactly the same. The time is actually different. Most of the time it's the same, but you can see here that there's a difference in time. My main account right here, it was flat at 6:43 and then 6:43:06. This was at 6:43:02. That's probably why I lost, made a loss of 2 seconds late. And then the other trade is at a different time as well. So mostly it's the same, but sometimes it's different. Rami said, me too, the slippage fucked me on the copier. I know it happens. Fortunately, it happens. Mauricio said, I'm complaining that you don't trade more off the live session. See, Nick said I got fucked off the liquidity, bummer. It's all good, guys. I mean, it's going to happen. There's a lot of liquidity today. Back to what we were looking at over here. Let me go ahead and draw the new highs and lows. So we got a low right here, a low right here, and then a high right there. It should be easier to see here on the clean chart. So let me just mark this up over here. It's going to be easier to see where the highs and the lows are at the moment. So looking at the current price, it's like, it's literally ranging right here. Small little range around opening price. So if you guys listened to my analysis earlier this morning, I mentioned that I was hoping that price was going to, choose a direction. If it was going to push up, that's perfectly fine. I wanted to push up, retrace slightly, and continue pushing up higher, right? That's what I wanted to happen. However, I said, what I don't want to happen is that I want price to come up and then come back down to opening price again, like literally just come right back down to opening price, which is right there. Same with this over here, right? Price came down and then it just came back to opening price. So the market's been doing this for the past, 2 weeks now, where it has no direction. It just ends up pushing down, fakes out, pushes up, fakes out, and then it comes right back down to the middle. This blue line right here is opening price. So this is where market open. Literally, there's no, technically there's no movement, because if you count where prices moved, so market open right here at 6:30. If you count where prices moved, it's only moved up 100 pips max. It's moved down 100 pips max, right? This candle right here is the movement for the entire day. Like this is the overall movement, but the current movement right now is, it's just not going anywhere. It's right down the middle. Let's see. Nick said should have been pulled out of that liquidity move, but it left me in and ended up with 3,000 loss. It's okay though. I'll get back in a few trades done through the day though. Yeah, no, definitely, Nick. So did you get stuck on like your main account or a copier? I'm just kind of curious if that like happened on your main account or your copier, because I'm not sure if did you set a stop loss or TP? It was probably the spread. So yeah, Nick said it didn't pull me out the TP. So it might've been the spread, because when price is moving kind of crazy like that, the spread starts to change. That's kind of like manipulation on the broker side. So I'm sure you guys have seen that before, where your spread will be kind of tight. And then when market's moving kind of crazy, you can't get out of the trade, right? That's typically because the brokers are manipulating spread. They make spread super wide for like a short period so that people can't get out. But I don't think it was like that. Yeah, no, it was definitely the spread. Yeah, Nick said when it tapped my stop loss, it took it hitting a few times to trigger. So it definitely was a spread. Yeah, unfortunately. It happens though, but it's all good. I mean, you're gonna bounce back, Nick. Don't let it, don't focus too much on that trade. Just brush it off, move on to the next one, or maybe take a break for a bit. Because the market's not worth taking right now. Like I don't recommend you try to revenge trade your way back right now. If market was moving directional, then yeah, go ahead and maybe try to make your way back. But as you guys can see at the moment, there's no little dog over here is thumping. There's no direction set right now. It's just going right down the middle. Yeah, so there's a V1 body right here, just like Charles mentioned. And there's a pending buy signal. So this might be a good trade. However, one thing that you want to be very, very careful for is that it's right at opening price right here. So if you were to take this, maybe take this for like a 1030 split. And it looks like it already hit TP, so it's too late. So I don't take it anymore, guys. But yeah, this is what Charles was referring to. It's basically a variation to the V1. So don't take it, guys. It's too late to take it if you didn't already get into it. Yeah, I didn't take it either. Charles said I didn't take it, but full TP. And Nick said I'm staying on. If there's any solid ones, let me know and I'll get onto it. Yeah, knowledge, that for sure. All right, so I mean nothing right now. Price is just back to its range again. Hey, Nick, if your MT4 disconnected during the trade, message FTMO. If you're on FTMO, they might give you a refund on that trade. Because if it disconnected during your trade, they'll just ask you for the logs. If it shows on your logs that you got disconnected, they'll credit your account with that loss. So it's something for you to check out if you want to. But they're pretty lenient about it. Like if it happens, I've done it before. Maybe another 1030 split here, hopefully, or maybe I don't know. Nah, no 10, no, I mean no V1 variation there. It doesn't look like it lined up directly. It closed green, Maddie, but I don't think it's like right on the line. It's kind of off, it looks like. Or actually, I mean, it could kind of fit, but I don't know if I would take something that's so close like that. It's just way too close. I don't like close calls like that. It's got to be like super clear in order for me to want to take a move like that, especially. I wouldn't be surprised if it hits though. Oh, damn. Solange said, and it would have hit Maddie. It's all good. I didn't want to take anything too risky like that. Solange said it was just 53% short. Now it's 58% long. This is crazy. Let me check again. Yeah, it's bouncing around a lot, guys. So if you guys are following the retail sentiment, this is like, out of all my times that I've been trading, and I've been trading US30 for a long time, during the New York session, this doesn't change very often. It changes every so often, but not like, it doesn't go from like 50 to 55 to 58. If you keep refreshing it, it looks like this number continuously changes. It goes from like 50 to like 58 to like 53, not 55. It's kind of crazy. What it looks like is, I don't know if this might be the case, or if like someone is managing accounts, right? So maybe if someone is on IG and they're managing accounts and they have like a big amount of accounts, they might be able to kind of change this a little bit. Because the thing is, if they have a big, a big bulk of like the traders who are trading on IG, then that could be what's causing this. But I've never seen it do this before, where it moves this fast. Yeah, Solange too. Solange said, I've never seen sentiment do this. Yeah, same here. I mean, I don't know. There could be a lot of reasons for it, but it's kind of crazy to see sentiment change like that, unless people are all copying signals. So that could be the case too. Like, this is why I don't like to provide signals, because if someone's providing signals and they're like promoting, they have all their clients on like IG, like a signal provider or something like that, and everyone's taking buys or everyone's taking sells, they're either getting all stopped out at the same time or they're all entering at the same time. So I don't know. It is what it is. Let's deal with it. But I'm not going to take anything too risky unless I have some sort of confirmation of like where it's going. Yeah, iPhone said this is only to filter out impatient traders. Crazy whipsaw. I agree. And that's not going to be us. That'll never be us, right? Impatient traders. We just got to wait for these confirmations to hit. Anyways, going back to our analysis. So let me just go back over here. Retail sentiment is currently 55% long. Looking over here at the fundamentals. Fundamentals are currently 130 points in the red. So we're definitely looking for sells right now, guys. We just need a confirmation of bias to the downside, right? One thing that is going to be an issue here is that price is just directly rejecting off sessions right here. So in order for us to really catch some sort of move in this direction, we need price to break and close past the sessions right here. So we basically need price to break and close below here. We will look for the retest and then confirm the push below. If that's the case, then yes, we'll start looking for a sells. But currently right now, it's a bit iffy. But overall, our bias is a sell right now. So if I see some good sells, I'll probably take something. But it's got to be a good trade. It can't just be like something random, right? It has to be something that's worth taking. So all right, guys, let's see what we got next. Price is still, okay, so this is exactly what we're looking for. Price is breaking and closing past these sessions right here. That's the first step. We're now looking for a retest of the sessions. Once we get the retest for the sessions, we need a confirmation of the break below, and this will confirm our bearish bias. However, we do have a bearish bias already. We just want to make sure that it's actually going to keep dropping, right? We don't want this to happen right here where price broke and closed below and then ended up faking out to the upside. We definitely don't want to fall in this because this is going to be horrible for us if this happens, right? This will not be good. We want it to actually confirm. So let's let price drop further, but it's following with our bearish bias. So, okay, this is exactly what we're looking for. We want price to break and close below this one. This is better. If we have price break and close below this one, this is the last session right here. So if we can get that, this will be better because even if we had the break and retest of this area here, we would still need it to break and close below this session, right? So, all right, here we go. I'm hoping this just retests off it. So I'm hoping that we get a wick off this point and it continues to drop lower. That's going to be key for us. Oh man, I just saw your message, JJ. JJ said, Sean, bro, I accidentally opened up a trade on my FTM 100K challenge today on my last day before I get funded. I was in the negative, but he'll get it back. Yeah, no, and I agree that, JJ, you will. All right, so here's the second step right here, guys. Price broke and closed below it. Here's a retest. We just need a confirmation of the close below, and it should be fine. We already have the steps already set in place. So I'm definitely looking for sells here, guys. We just need it to continue dropping. All right, so there's two different scenarios here. Price will either break and close above here. If this happens, price will likely push back up. If price ends up closing below this line right here, then I expect it to drop even further. I was hoping there'd be some liquidity down here because if there was, I'd take some speculative sells, but there wasn't any liquidity down there. So we just need to look out for price to either break and close below here or above here. So we have two different scenarios here, guys. Just keep them in mind. Kenny said the Senate is talking against Russia. Is there a video, Kenny? I know you're like notorious for sending me videos for a lot of those things. Oh, you did. So thanks, Kenny. So the Senate is talking right now. Appreciate that, Kenny. The Senate holds vote on sanctions for Russia and Belarus. All right, so you guys want to be a bit careful. That's probably what caused it to drop right here, because you're holding the vote right now. Oh man, here goes O'Connell. Every time I see, there's like a lot of news about O'Connell too. There's just some politicians that I'm familiar with because I see a lot of memes. And Peter said he never smiles. Anyways, so with price currently right here, this is what you're looking for. You're looking for either price to close below here or price to close above here. If price closes above this or below this point, I think price may drop further. If price closes above this point, then we might get a fake out and price might swing back up. Rick said that's cocaine, Mitch. Nice. JJ actually got it back. So JJ, he took a small loss earlier on accident. He made it right back. So I would just stop trading on that account. JJ. Not bad. Yeah, I would just stop trading on the account, JJ, and get yourself funded. Yeah, just chill on that, Maddie. It's all good. The market's not, you know, as you can see, and as I can see, everyone can see, the market's kind of moving funky right now. Oh, nice work, Randy. I just saw you said you took the trade there. Sorry, guys, I totally missed everyone's questions on there. Yeah, people are asking. I was just too focused on what was pushing over here. So let me see if there was. I don't think there was a V3 here on my end. All right, so as you can see right here, price still hasn't closed above and it hasn't closed below. So this is going to be critical, guys, to be looking out for, whether price closes above here or below here. Because this is what's going to determine the direction. Not long-term direction, but short-term direction. My guess is that it's going to close below here at some point. The breaking doesn't matter, guys. You can see that price is kind of wicking above and below. That doesn't matter too much. What matters here is the actual close. So waiting for it to either close above or close below. Yeah, Mitch McConnell is still speaking right now. We just got to keep this in mind that this is going on. Sentiment right now is currently 55% long. It's so weird how it was moving so crazy earlier and then now it kind of stopped. Looks like people either got stopped. Well, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. People got stopped out and now they're just like out of the market. So they're stuck right there. Okay. C6 said Mitch the turtle. I haven't heard that one before. You know, price is really having difficulty finding direction, huh? No entries off the 3. No entries off the 5. Yeah, Maddie, do you see the entry over here for the double body? So guys, you know that double body strategy that we've been looking at? I started to notice that it works really well in the 5 minute. If you guys want to go and check that out, that'd be a good thing to maybe look at. But just an FYI, that strategy hasn't really been worked on at all. So, and it's probably not going to get worked on at all because I need to finish the videos for the current ones before I move on to the next. But currently right now, we just don't have anything. We don't have the resources or time to really focus on that. Unless you guys want to backtest it yourself, then you guys could. Yeah, Maddie said at 6:35, 5 minute for a buy. Oh yeah, right here. Nice push right there. I don't know if I'd take it for the full move, but we would still have to figure out like what the TP stop loss would be for something like that because we don't want it to be too wide. Seems like maybe 500 would be good, huh? 500 both ways. I mean, who knows? We'll have to play around with it. Again, guys, back to the 1 minute, nothing has happened. You can see we're still looking for price to break and close past here or past here. Price hasn't broken and closed either of those, any of those areas. Price is literally just ranging between the sessions and the low right here. It's kind of weird because the thing is price really hasn't moved. Here, let's see. I'm just going to measure the bodies. The bodies have moved about 100 pips or less in like the past, I don't know, past 10 minutes or so. Gotcha. Yeah, no, that's smart, Maddie. I'll probably do the same thing. Yeah, Talanji said pretty far from pivot, so it's probably a risky time. Yeah, no, I agree. Whenever price is super extended from the pivots like that, it usually, price has to come back at some point to retest the pivots and come back down. All right, let's see if this candle ends up. All right, so there we go. Price has ended up closing above here. Price might push up a bit. Like I wouldn't be surprised if price pushes up and hits maybe the sessions right there. But I mean, for the most part, price did not close below the low here. So we might get a slight push to the upside. Not a far push, but the temporary direction right now is going to be up. Clean this up a bit. All right, let's see what happens here if price ends up faking out back to the bottom. So again, guys, I try to remind you guys as much as possible. There's a reason why I don't trade around this area, right? The sessions. Because here's the problem. If you took a sell right here, you would have been screwed because price would have came right back up. I never traded on the session. So whenever price, and this is going to be easy, just keep this in mind. Whenever price is near these dotted lines, horizontal, meaning lines that goes left to right, if price is ever near these areas, I almost never take any trades. And you can see right here. So price got near these horizontal lines. Look what happened here. Price didn't do anything, right? Worst time to enter a trade. Same situation right here. Prices are on the pink lines. Worst time to take a trade. Vice versa right here. Worst time to take a trade. Again, right here. So hopefully this pattern is starting to make sense to you guys. Whenever price gets near these dotted lines, I just ignore the chart. Don't look for anything. Barack said, yeah, expecting a slight push up to set up for a good sell. No, exactly. Barack is right because our bias here is still bearish, right? The retail sentiment is currently 58% long. The number just increased heavily. Looks like a lot of people are trying to chase that push to the upside, whatever, however big or however small it may be. But we're going to wait for it to come back down because sentiment here is pushing to the upside. I do think price is going to come down at some point. It might even come down right now. Who knows? Also, the fundamentals are still very red. They're down to 217 points. So I'm not going against these confluences here, right? If the fundamentals are down that much, I'm going to stick with the fundamentals. You guys can see right here, majority of the stock market is red. Goldman Sachs is down 7 points. Honeywell is down 4.9 points. Boeing's down 3.4 points. Amex is down 3 points. Home Depot is down 2.7, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You can see all of them right here. These are all red. There's a couple of green stocks right here. The main green stock is going to be Microsoft, which is up 2 points, but it can't even compete with Goldman Sachs being down 6 points, right? With that said, this will just like these two stocks right here would engulf all of these green stocks. So it's just like, there's no way that price can be going up anytime soon. Not strongly. Like it could go up, but it's not going to skyrocket to the moon, right? It's not really worth the risk. Okay, so other than that, let me see if there's anything else here that I need to look at. I'm going to refresh CNBC, make sure there's nothing coming up. We also have Yellen speaking at 7:30, guys, so keep that in mind. I don't know what's up with CNBC. It's been lagging a lot lately. I keep trying to refresh it and it won't load up. Okay, so the Dow is down 221 points. S&P is down 4 points. NASDAQ is up only 9 points, which is nothing. That might be turning red at some point. Let me just refresh this to see if there's any new Ukraine news. It says UN slated to vote on suspending Russia's Human Rights Council membership. All right, so that's not good. Well, not good for Russia. I mean, it's sad what's going on in Ukraine. It said Russian soldiers use civilians as human shields, reports say. That's crazy. That's crazy what's going on over there. All right, back to the charts. As you guys can see, nothing's really been going on. Price did push up a little bit, but it's kind of just going sideways still at this point. Let's take a look at the profits over here. Looks like a lot of you guys here sent in some profits. Nice. Maria over here is trading next to the pool side. So Maria's up a little bit today, looking cool. I didn't even post up my profits here. Let me just post this up. Big profits off the speculative liquidity push on the live. All right. Solid. Wrong spot. All right, let me just move this over real quick. To there. And there goes that bullish push that we were just talking about, guys. So if you look at the chart over here, it's pushing up just like we anticipated. You know, these same patterns play out every time, guys. When I see stuff like this, I try to let you guys as ahead as possible, but it's not going to be a you know, long-term push. That's why I'm not really paying attention to it, because I do think price is going to come down eventually. Anyways, back to the profits over here. So let's say Lisa over here sent in her profits, locked in a total of 1,563. Great work, Lisa. We got Lisa again over here, 3,121. So she locked in basically double what she had earlier. So great work right there, Lisa, 3,100. We got Scotty over here locked in a total of 577. Nice work, Scotty. And then we got Tiana over here locked in a total of 3,090. Great work, Tiana. She just passed phase one on her other account. So great work right there, Tiana, making her way to funded in a short period. Let's see, Rami over here locked in a total of 630. Nice work, Rami. And then his second account over here locked in a total of 525. And then his third account over here locked in 455. Nice work, Rami. So great work all around, guys. Other than that, let's see, Charles over here locked in a total of 150. Nice work, Charles. His other account, 265. All right, cool. Narith over here locked in a total of 7,813. Amazing work, Narith. So he took some pretty nice trades right here. Huge wins all around, no losses. So just pretty much straight wins, added up to 7,813 for the day. So great work, Narith. Jeff over here as well. Jeff currently up 1,156. Nice work, Jeff. And then we got Maddie over here. Maddie currently, yeah. That's all good. So as you can see right here, Maddie took a couple of incidental trades, which it happens, guys. So as you can see, you know, it's not always wins all around, right? The thing is, losses will happen. Like with Maddie over here, he said, keep me accountable. Glad I only took one account today. I knew something was off. Passed his 200K yesterday, so I'm not really tripping over the loss on his 100K. So this is his smaller account. He lost a little bit. I mean, it's a little something, but it's not the end of the world, right? You can lose 2,000 and you can make 2,000 right after. So don't worry about it, guys. If you guys have losses, you know, take the loss, move on with it, and keep on pushing. So no, it's not a big deal, Maddie. But you guys have seen Maddie's like, he's been up. Like yesterday, he was up 7,500. Sorry. My dog's thumping again. Yesterday he was up 7,500 and he passed his account right there. It's 200K like that. And then today he's just down slightly, which is not a big deal. It's he'll bounce back from it, Maddie. So no, thanks for sending that, because this gives everyone a wake up call then that losses can happen, and there's no problem with having losses. You're going to bounce back from it. Other than that, let's see. Thanks, CT. Let me pull this up. Rashida over here sent her profits in as well. Rashida locked in a total of 1,711. Nice work, Rashida. And then Eunice over here as well, locked in a total of 197. So great work, Eunice. All right, other than that, I think that's it for now. We got Lily over here. Yeah, Lily's up 20K for the day. So nice work right there, Lily. This is her 20K count, or yeah. Oh, this is the total. Okay, so sorry, I thought she made 20K today. She made 474, which is not bad. That's great. On a 20K account, she had a small loss right here, made it back double, made 400, another 260 right here, and another 56. So great work across the board. You have 1 loss and 5 wins, or 4 wins. So nice work, Lily. And then Orain over here as well, currently up 718. So a lot of you guys here are doing pretty good. I mean, the market's been kind of choppy. You guys have been very patient waiting for these perfect entries. There hasn't been any official entries of obviously, but overall, you guys have been doing pretty solid. There's another double body entry right here. Unfortunately, we wouldn't have taken it because it was right at the sessions, but you guys can see right here that for those who would have taken it, which probably would have been like a 10-30 split or maybe even a 30-30 trade, it would have hit TP right there. I think this is what Orain probably took right there. I just saw your profits, Orain. Yeah, you took the sell right there. So it looks like you probably caught that. Yeah, you did. I could see it. 720, 723. So you took that right there about 3 minutes ago. So nice work, Orain. You caught the double body right over there. And as you guys can see, this is why we have bias, right? Our overall bias was a sell. So you can see price did the temporary push to the upside, and then it came all the way back down to where we were anticipating. So great work, guys. And nice work for everybody over here following along. Nice, Patricia. Yeah, Patricia actually saw it too. She said double body and V2 on the same candle. All right. Let's see. Rami said, by the way, Sean, you were spot on about the 5-minute time frame working the best for the double body. Nice. Yeah, I'll keep looking at it too, just to see. Lily, I just saw your message right there. You said, you wish. No, it'll happen, Lily. It's just gonna be a matter of time. You're just on a smaller account. Once you start moving on, because you're at the 20K count. Once you move on to the 100K count, 200K count, you can make easily 1,000 with like 1 or 2 trades, just like how I do here, right? Per trade I take is like 1,000, yeah, and that's only 100 pips. Imagine if you're taking the bigger moves like you do. That could be 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, etc. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Yeah, I hope so too, Nick. Just check in with FTMO. Nice. Yes, you just got done typing the email. You should just message their support, Nick. It's faster. You don't need to send them an email. You can just send them, unless you already. Okay, yeah. No, so you sent them the change log, right? That's what they asked for. Yeah, no, that's right. That's usually what they do. Okay, cool. Yeah, same situation with me, Nick. Hopefully your change log shows that there was a disconnection, and then they'll just refund you that loss. And they're good about it. They're not assholes about it. They'll actually give it to you as long as it shows that there was a disconnection there. All right, so price is pushing up right here. I'm looking for another sell, guys. So price is below. It's pushing the direction of our bias. So what I'm looking for at this point, there's another double body right here that I just missed, but I'm not looking for any bias, so I wouldn't have taken it. But it would have hit TP right there. So there's another double body right there, guys. I'm not sure if you guys saw it. Actually, no, this is just a V1. So it's a V1 because we have the double wick, not a double body. But there's a double wick rejection pending buy signal. If you were to take that for a buy right there for a quick 100 pips, looks like it hit TP right away. Right there, solid. This looks like it could be a double body. However, the problem with this here is that there's no pending signal. There's no pending momentum, so I wouldn't have taken it. But you can see prices now ranging around this area over here. Just a range to the side. Let's see, Aaron's asking, is there a way to have a challenge account and demo account running on MT4? Yeah, you could. Aaron, you just got to connect it to, not at the same time. So you can only have one account connected at the same time. But what I see people do sometimes is they open 2 windows of MT4. I don't do it myself because I don't want to mess with my accounts, but I do see people sometimes have 2 different windows. Like, you know how you have multiple screens, Aaron? You could have MT4 open twice. I personally don't know how it's done, but I've seen other people do it where they have 2 windows and they have one where it's a demo account and they have one where it's the, the real account. So yeah, Matt said create multiple MT4s, just YouTube, it's easy. Yeah, Aaron, so you can check that out, just YouTube, like multiple MT4s, and there's ways to open them twice on your screen if you want to have that up. Or you can just go buy another screen and you'll have one that's dedicated to demo and one's dedicated to your actual challenge. Yeah, Barack said, I now see why Sean always goes by currency.com. The price is super good. You won't see the variations just like that. Yeah, no, exactly, Barack. It's different when you're looking at like MT4 or if you're looking at Awanda. You see a lot of gaps on those and they don't line up perfectly in between. Yeah, Lily said just learning, so I thought a smaller account would be good to start with until I'm pro like you. No, you'll get there, Lily. I mean, there's people here that are doing even better than me, right? Like Maddie over here. Maddie locking in his like 7K yesterday. It's like the whole move. Like sometimes people, they grow thicker skin quicker, right? Like for me, I do have thick skin, but I still don't like holding on to like long trades for too long. Some people have thicker skin where they can hold on to it because they have more confluences. It just comes with time. Comes with time and experience, but you'll get there. It's like everyone else. Eunice over here, you said done for the day, locked in a total of 253 for the day. Nice work, Eunice. So very nice consistency. This guy said, Damien said, can we buy US30 now? Probably not. It was always funny when people join the rooms and they ask a question like that, like, hey, should I buy US30 or should I sell US30? Like, bro, this post was like from like an hour ago, the profits, and people are asking, hey, should I buy it now? Nah, bro, of course not. I just find that funny sometimes because people will join the room sometimes and they'll just see profits and be like, hey, so can I buy it now? It's like 2 or 3, or it's like days later. Other than that, let's see if there's anything else that I'm looking for. CT said, yeah, now, wait, no, not now, now. Okay, wait, no. Oh, man. All right, is there anything else that I'm missing? Oh yeah, Yellen is speaking right now, guys. So thank God we drew this red line here because I was thinking, I was like, where's price gonna go? But Yellen is gonna start speaking now. I don't know if it's gonna be, let me pull up YouTube if I can find it here. Yellen live. Doesn't look like her thing is being streamed today. Unless it's under something else. The only thing that was posted was Yellen speaking yesterday. Yeah, but you can see here price kind of pushed up a little bit. It's rejecting off the sessions right there, New York session, the New York low from yesterday. Let me put a line over here for news price. Got that marked up right there. Same with this one right here. Oops, use the wrong color, pink. All right, we good. All right, so I mean, you guys probably want to be a bit careful. There is a double body right here. I don't know if anyone's maybe possibly thinking about taking it. I do find it to be a bit risky because it's right at the sessions, but this is going to be a V1 double body, looks like, if it closes. Volatility is kind of down right now, though, so just keep that in mind. Market kind of slowed down a bit. Where will go? See, I'm gonna hop into it. Let me see if I can get it real quick. See where the price is at. It's like I might have gotten in at a better price. I might just pull out early if anything. I gotta watch it because I don't know. I want to make sure I don't get caught in the spread like a lot of people did recently. So just watch it as it goes around. Let's see. See what I'm looking at over here. Yeah, I'm trying to see, I'm looking for if we could find the live stream like Yellen just to see, or any type of change log notes and stuff to see if she. There's any updates here. See if there's anything else here that I can see. That was a double body though, right? Yeah, it was. The only problem is that it's like right next to the sessions. If I get stopped out, it's fine. I'm just gonna lose all my props for today, which is unfortunate, but let's see. Question from Purity over here. Purity said, apologize, I'm new, I want to figure out how does trading view in my meta trader. You can't connect to them, Purity. Let's see. Yeah, I just saw your message, Maddie. Let's see this right here. I got in at an earlier price, so hopefully I can survive this. Yeah, no, it's all good, Maddie. I'm gonna see if I can survive this. If I get stopped out, it's all good. I don't care. I'm gonna hit my, yeah, if it comes down for another test, I mean, great. If not, it's no biggie. Fuck, hit my stop loss. Yeah, so hopefully you guys didn't hop into that with me. So here's like another wake up call, right? I take losses too. So I took a loss off that trade right there. I was trying to catch it for the little push right there. And I took a little loss. It's fine. I pretty much just wiped out all my profits for a day. Yeah. It happens. And I went against the sessions rule, just like what D said. Yeah, because I wasn't really thinking about this right here. I was kind of just looking at this like the last little push. I got kind of FOMO, which it happens. So I ate a loss right there. No big deal. But other than that, I mean, the market today has just been kind of all over the place. So not really bothered by it because it doesn't matter. Take a loss here and there, and then I'll make it back tomorrow. So let's see. But hopefully none of you guys hopped into it because I wasn't telling you guys that it was like, one that was going to be a good one. I just kind of took it and I said, I'm going to try to hop into this for a good entry. I was in profit temporarily, but I ended up holding on to it because I thought I was going to drop further. And then it came back up and hit my stop loss, which happens. Other than that, let's see. Sorry, I was trying to answer some questions too here, so I got a little distracted for a second. But here, let me scroll up and answer Purity's question real quick. Purity's question again. Let me scroll up real quick. Purity said, "I apologize. I'm new. I want to figure out how to does TradingView and MetaTrader 4 connect for me to enter a trade. Do you show how you enter the market from your analysis to gather?" No. So back to your question earlier, Purity. There's no way to connect MT4 with TradingView because they're separate platforms. So they're competing platforms, right? TradingView is its own trading platform. MT4 is its own. So there's no way to connect or link them because they're just they're opposite. Let me follow up with your other question here. Your other question is, the other part of the question is, do you ever show how you enter the market from your analysis you gather? Sorry, Priya, I'm kind of confused with your question here. So your question here, you're asking, the other part of the question was, do you ever show how you enter? Let me read it one more time, Purity. Sorry. Your question is, do you ever show how you enter into the market from the analysis you gather from TradingView to enter into a trade? Sorry, Priya, I'm like really lost with your question. All the analysis is done here on TradingView. The execution of the trades are done on MT4. So we don't really do anything on MT4 aside from enter and exit trades. There's nothing that's really transferred over. You're just looking at the charts here on TradingView, and then you're hitting buy or sell on MT4. Nothing's really done on MT4. It's just a platform to execute your trades, but there's no actual transfer of, analysis. Because if you look at like the MT4 chart compared to TradingView, it's like you're looking at a 2022 computer right here on TradingView, and then you're looking over to MT4 and you're like on a 1990 computer, right? You can barely see anything on there. So there's no analysis that's really shifted. It's more so like you just enter your trades on MT4 while your analysis is done on TradingView, if that makes sense. So Purity, if that makes sense, let me know if there's still some confusion. I can kind of break it down a little more, but for the most part, that's pretty much how it's used for. All the analysis is done here on TradingView because it's a newer setup. Everything, there's so many tools here to use. This is where the indicators are. Everything's all done on TradingView. For MT4, you're just hitting buy or sell. If you're using the DOM, you hit buy or sell, and then it automatically hits your order, and then it goes to your TP or stop loss, and that's pretty much all that it does. So hopefully that clears up some confusion. I know a lot of people kind of think that it's a common misconception that people think you could link them together, but you can't because they're separate platforms. Man, look at price. Price is coming right back down. This is just a fake out, like price faked out up here. Oh my God, I'm just kind of pissed now. I'm kind of pissed now because look, it would have hit my TP right there. Oh, it's so whack. Oh my God, look at this thing. It's going all the way down. So I basically got caught in a fake out, which happens sometimes. There was my entry right there. If I had my stop loss just a little wider, oh my God, if I had it up to like 50 right here, damn. It's BS, but whatever, it's all good. It's all good. I'll eat that loss and I'll just move on. Damn, look at that thing would have hit. So this is what I was saying about like the double body strategy. I got to figure out what's the TP stop loss because maybe I got to change it up a little bit. TP stop loss might be a little too close. But if my stop loss was like 500 pips, damn, I could have caught the whole move right there. That would have been 5,000 in profit. It is what it is. 5 minute over here. Again, right here, guys. So just what Rami said, like here on the 5 minutes. So basically the double body rejection off this point, if you were to take it here on the 5, this would have been a full TP as well. Damn it. It's all good. It's the line you say don't sleep on that 10 minute. Where's the 10-minute at? Is there, oh, there's another one here too. So another 10-minute right here too. Basically the same strategy. Damn, Yellen is dropping bombs right now. Look at how it's dropping. So that's another reason why I was inclined to take the sell. So when I saw the sell right here, the reason why I wanted to take it was because I knew Yellen was speaking. So I was like, okay, if Yellen's speaking, price has to drop at least 100 pips, right? And it did. It just took a lot longer for it to drop. Rick said Yellen drops more bombs than Obama, right? But yeah, price literally just dumped right here. So we knew this was going to happen, right? Because we already knew price was going to drop. It was just, it was unfortunate because what happened with me was I entered at the wrong time. I entered right here where I probably should have waited for it to come up to here and drop, because this was a V3 right here actually. So this is the trade that I took earlier. Unfortunately, stop loss was too close. It's okay, eat the loss, whatever. But there was another V3 that was right here. Right here, right? Because we had a high with the green candle. We had an opposite candle, pending sell. I mean, stop loss would have been close, but if you just wanted to use a 10-30 split, you would have made TP off that, or if you just let it run further. Just showing you guys that there's different entries that were available at different times here. Also, it's, man, I just missed it again. It's another, it was a triple confluence right here too. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. It's all good. And there's another triple confluence right there too. I totally missed all the moves that just happened right now. There was like 3 entries that just came up. There's a V3, a triple confluence, a pivot scalp, an intraday entry, a high low. There's a lot of entries that just came right here. There was just off that one candle. I'm not going to chase it though, but yeah, there was a triple confluence that was right there. Yeah, I'm not going to FOMO into it. Just like Solange, yeah, Barack said, let me leave the room or I'm going to sit on my or I have to sit on my hands with the FOMO. Yeah, so damn, I can't believe I missed like all those trades right there because I was too focused on the stupid loss that I had earlier. So, you know, take my advice and don't get strung on your like previous trades, because if you do something like that, you'll miss these other opportunities here. I probably could have made all of that loss back, or that break even loss, if I took the V3 and if I took this here, but I wasn't paying attention. So it is what it is. Yeah, man, he said same. Rick said, I can hear FOMO in your voice, Sean. Take a breather. This is coming from Risky Rick. Right? Yeah, and I'm definitely not chasing this because I do see this pushing up again. It's probably going to push up, retest, and then come back down. But yeah, definitely no FOMO for me. Rick's giving me advice, right? That's a game changer. No, but Rick knows. Rick's like, man, this has happened to him one too many times. Because it does, it happens to a lot of people, right? Don't get FOMO, guys. Like, for example, right here, I know some people are trying to think about taking the sell here, but don't take it, because I could see price pushing up to here, possibly retesting and coming back down, or it can just keep pushing up higher, right? 2 different scenarios that can play out when price reaches this point. So just be, be careful whenever you see a big drop like that. But Yellen did her thing, right? Typically, Yellen makes price drop. Price was going sideways here, range, and then it came right back down. So, but I don't recommend anyone enter anything right now because price is literally just ranging. And doesn't look like it's going to be worth the effort at this moment. Yeah, Maddie said it's really all about how you react to your losses. Yeah, no, same here. And I agree with Maddie. So like for me, I took the loss earlier. I didn't revenge trade into anything, because if you do revenge trade, odds are you're going to lose more than you did with that first loss. So, oh, thanks, Peter. Peter actually found the video for Yellen. Damn, where's she at? In space? What are there candles behind her? Is this fake? Oh man. Oh man, yeah. It's crazy that they have. Oh, she's at the K God School of Business in Washington, D.C. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, where is she at? And she's over here controlling the markets with the charts behind her. But yeah, no, back to like what Maddie said. Maddie said it's really how you react to your losses. Like you can't get emotional, guys. Whenever you guys take a loss, like you can see right here for me, I kind of didn't care for a second, but when the price came back down, I got kind of emotional because I was like, man, I was kind of pissed because if I had my stop loss wider, I would have survived the move. But I'd rather have a smaller loss here than keep moving my stop loss higher and then end up having a bigger loss. So um, for the most part, you just got to move on. You got to brush off those losses and move on because they're going to happen, and they're going to happen when you least expect it. Yeah, man, he said, good job not chasing it for real. Exactly. It's definitely, yeah, Maddie said the discipline is overlooked. People don't realize how good of a skill it is to sit it out. Yeah, no, same here. So this would suck right here. So for example, if you were to chase this sell right here and you're stuck in this range, this is going to stress you out, right? Because the thing is, price can spike up or it can spike down. So if you enter to sell at this point, you're either going to end this trading day really upset or you're going to end this day really happy because it's either going to hit your stop loss or it's going to hit your stop loss or it's going to hit your TP. So I don't recommend anyone take trades during this when price ever ranges like this because it's just going to stress you guys out and it's not worth stressing over. Just wait for a better trade to come along. Yeah, Brock said, true, Sean, you lose today and you recover tomorrow. And tomorrow's bread tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. 100%. CT said the fact that there are stock candles, the fact that there are stock candles on the backdrop of a treasury speak, not their job, monetary policy. That's it. Yeah, no, I agree with you too, CT. When I saw that, this kind of like tripped me out because I was like, I don't know, it just threw me off a bit. Like, why would she have, like they don't control, I mean, technically they do control the market, but they shouldn't be controlling the market. They should be controlling policy. Rick said, Sean, go to Disneyland today. I'll have my wife buy you a drink at Carthy Circle. Right, Rick? I haven't gone to Disneyland in a while, actually. I need to go back. Spend some time. Let's see. Nick said Yellen has MC4 open on her phone and has a 20 lot sell locked in. Right, she's gonna make a big profit off that. Let me scroll up real quick. Addie's asking, do you take speculative liquidity trades during London or Asia or after the live? So no, Addie, for the most part, I usually don't trade after the live. Sometimes I'll take a trade because we're testing the double body strategy right now, the one that we were just looking at. So if I see like a double body strategy, like on the 5 minute, which I've been back testing, it's been really good. So if I see one on here, I'll take it, but I'm not necessarily taking any other trades. The only time I trade during Asia, London, or outside the live is when I'm testing a new strategy. And I'm testing it live because, you want to have the full experience. You want to have your emotions running. You want to make sure that you're kind of really feeling how the market's moving and you're not really sure. The problem with back testing is that, you can go back to a perfect trade. Like for example, if you see something like this right here, right? And you already see the drops. So you go back and you're like, okay, let me see this. Let me see if it works. And then you take it and you're like, you're not scared, right? Because you already know price is going to hit TP. So you're like, okay, oh yeah, it did work, whatever. For me, I trade live. So I don't know like what's going to happen next. Like if I see a trade there, I'll take it live. And then I'll just see how it runs. Like for example, right here, there's another trade here for a double body. I'm like, okay, I'll take that trade there or whatever. Right. And then it hits TP and I'm like, oh, okay, it hit TP. So I'm like testing it to see real time how it works. I don't back test at all. I forward test everything. Because you don't get your emotions and your trade psychology don't really work when you're back testing. It works when you're live testing because you actually get nervous, you get stressed out, you get pissed off. It helps with your like building your trading site so that when you do it live, like right now in the live session, if I was to take any trades here at the live, I don't get stressed out. I kind of just show you guys and I'm like, okay, it's probably gonna hit. And then when it hits, it's like, all right, it did hit. Or if it lost, it's like, all right, it lost, but just move on to the next one. So for me personally, guys, I don't back test at all. So if I am trading off the session, like I said today, I turned turn off your MT4. Oh yeah, no, I turned off. Well, I just turned off I just muted my thing. But yeah, for the most part, guys, if I'm trading during Asia or London, I'm only testing out strategies. I'm not necessarily looking for anything big, like no liquidity pushes. So hopefully that answers your question, Maddie. Or Eddie. Sorry, I said Maddie. Eddie. Yeah, there was another one right there. Eddie, I saw it. Are you talking about the 1 minute? I can see it right here. Oh, 5 minute. Oh fuck. Well, I missed it, right? It's too late. Oh yeah, that was one I was just looking at, Maddie. Yeah. I was just looking at that right now and I was looking over the stuff. Yeah, so this is the one I was just looking at not too long ago. This was but there's no pending buy signal though. I think for the 5 minute, you don't need the pending buy signal because you don't get the signals very often. So like what Maddie was saying right there. Yeah, Maddie said the signals are too long because they rarely come up. So like the pending signal requirement isn't necessarily required for the 5 minute. But yeah, no, Maddie's right. There was a double body right there. All right, so let me see if there's any other questions. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat and check this out, guys. So see where price went. It did exactly what I mentioned earlier, right, Rick? Because we were talking about this earlier when I was saying you guys should not take the sell here because I said price is probably going to push up and test the news price, right? Now that price is here, there's two scenarios that can play out. Price will either bounce off it or it will continue off higher. So it's basically this. I drew this up earlier. If you guys wanted to go rewind the session or this live session, you guys will see that I actually had this drawn up earlier when price was going sideways right here. I mentioned when price is going this way, you shouldn't take any trades because you're either going to have a good day, price goes your direction, or you're going to have a bad day because price went opposite. But yeah, pretty much same setup that I drew up a few minutes ago. Thanks, Longy. Just saw your message. Rick said, can we get Yellen's internal order blocks? Man, I wish. CT said, Treasury today is like a helicopter mom, not letting their kids make mistakes and learn from them. Keep covering them up. No, exactly. They really are. Let me scroll up real quick. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any questions. Rick said the whole administration is green. CT said when he loses a trade, he tends to roll around on the ground and kick and scream. Sounds about right. Talanji said, does the trip confluence work on higher timeframes? I haven't tried it myself, Talanji, but I'm sure it would. It's just going to be harder to catch because I mean, you just don't really see it too often, right? Like, let me see if there's because like what I was saying with Maddie earlier, you don't get as many high lows and you don't get as many buy or sell signals. They come up, but like very rarely. Like, I mean, you could probably go like days, if not weeks without it happening. Yeah, because I'm just looking back over here. I don't see, actually there's one right here. So I guess I'm kind of, it happens sometimes, but yes. On the 5 minute right here, Talanji, or no, it wouldn't have fit because it didn't hit the trend meter down here is not red. But I mean, you could just take the high low. It seems like the high low would have been perfectly fine right here too. So right there, yeah, this candle breaking, closing past this low. There you go, full TP. So, yeah, I mean, it's something you can go back and back test to see if you see it. I don't really see very much because you don't get the signals very often. But here's one right here actually. So this is one. you probably use a smaller TP. So maybe go for like maybe 500 or maybe even less, maybe 250. Yeah, so I don't know if it would have hit TP there. Maybe you want to go for a smaller TP stop loss, maybe just 250 instead. But yeah, it's going to be harder to find those multiple confluences on the higher time frames because you don't see the moves happen as often. Let me scroll up real quick. Yeah, I wouldn't have taken the money. I just saw your message up there. I wouldn't take certain trades if they're close to the sessions. Scroll up real quick. As long as you said V4 in the 10-minute too, I'm calling. Yeah, yes, I'm calling it a V4. I don't know. What do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer that new strategy to be called, or just having it merge into the V1, or did you rather have it called like V4 on its own? I feel like we have so many variations, so it's kind of hard to have something like too many. But I mean, yeah, depending on what you guys want to call it, we'll merge it into that. I'll create it with the strategies as well, but I need to test it a little more. What I did initially is I kind of just merged it with the V1. I don't know if that's easier for you guys or if it's harder. I think it might be easier. We might just merge it into it. So this is a variation V1. Basically, we just added another part to the second requirement. So the second requirement, we were looking for a double wick rejection, but now we just put or a double body rejection, right? Or a double body. I mean, I think this would probably be easier because if we have like a V4, what's going to be next? We're going to have like a V5, V6, V7, V8, V10. There's going to be so many variations. The cool thing about these variations though is that they're so diverse, right? Like they're different. They're basically the same strategy, but you're just looking for different requirements. Like there's just one requirement that's different. It's like a double wick or a double body or a reversal or a strong candle or something like that. But it's basically the same pattern. It's all based off these high lows. Because that's the actual full name for the strategy. It's the high-low variation. Because we initially started with just high-low. That's why I created this indicator. And then we branched off to that and created the high-low variation. So yeah, I'm just going to call it V1 because it's just, there's too many things to be added. If we start calling it a V4, people are going to be so confused with, Brock said V1 Pro and V1 Pro Max, like the iPhone. Yeah, we're going to run out of V's. Other than that, guys, let me scroll down, see if there's anything else that I'm missing here. Yeah, I mean, it's literally V1. Solange said V1, V2, V1 2.0. Peter said, can't wait for the V25, the V12. Yeah, no, definitely. So yeah, I mean, if that's what you guys want, we'll call it a V1, but anyways, that would have been the entry right there. The main thing that I have to figure out is just going to be, what's the range for the TP stop loss? Because I think that's going to be everyone's issue when we start to trade it on different time frames, but it doesn't work very well. So you can see the double body right here, and it looks like it's about to hit TP. And there we go. Its price pushes up higher. All right, guys, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. Otherwise, looks like we'll be wrapping this up shortly. It's already 8 o'clock, so I think this is Brock said, been meaning to leave live, but I kind of want to stay and watch on, learned a thing or two. I mean, there's a lot of things to learn, guys. So like, one of the main things that I always try to remind you guys is the mentoring sessions are probably the best place for you guys to go and learn stuff, right? Because during these lives, we're looking for trades and it's hard for me to really explain stuff to you guys. But if you guys attend the mentoring sessions, I go into these questions like in depth. Like I'll show you guys examples. I'll show you exactly how it's applied. and I'll show you different reasons why we wouldn't take a certain trade. The only downside to the mentoring sessions is that we don't have retail sentiment. Like we don't have this up there, so I can't really show you what, confluences are looking like or the fundamentals here. But I can show you pretty much everything else so that on the next live session the following day, you guys can actually use them in play when we have the actual live trading. So another update right here, it says Senate votes to strip Russia of most favored nation trade status. So I don't know what that means, but it says it's an economic downgrade that opens the door to tariffs on Moscow. Yeah. I feel like this war is going to get crazier. I mean, they're just going to keep sanctioning Russia, and Russia just keeps pushing. So, I mean, I guess we'll see what happens. But yeah, guys, I think that's it for now. Unfortunately, I lost all my profits from the trade earlier, so I'm back to like break even for the day. Brock over here locked in a total of 1,085. Nice work, guys. Yeah, majority of you guys here did lock in some pretty solid profits. Same with Charles over here, locked in 515. Nice work, Charles. And then his other account over here, 201. So nice work. Yeah. If you guys have any more profits, go ahead and send them in. I'll add them to the list. Josh over here as well took a loss. It's all good, right? So people do take losses, guys. Just keep that in mind. Not everyone here is going to be winning. Some people do take losses. But what really matters is how you bounce back from that loss. Right here, Randy said he took the V3 3-minute for 13 pips, and then a speculative buy for 10. I think you mean 130 and 110, or 130 and 100 right here. So you probably mean 13 points, or I don't know, maybe you're right. Maybe it is 13 pips. But anyways, overall, you locked in a total of 1,173. So great work, Randy. I'm just thinking that because you have to factor in the spread, which is 110. So if you made a 13, you probably made 130 because you got to factor in the spread, but it's all good. Your goal here is to reach 2K a day, which is very possible. Just got to keep it up. So other than that, I think that's it for now. Let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing here. I think that's it. Yeah, Mauricio said Mike Tyson. It's not how many punches you can give, it's how many you can take. One that makes you a good trader, aka boxer. Yeah, no, and I agree with you 100%, Mauricio. It's all about bouncing back from these blows. So other than that, guys, I think that's it for now. If you guys have questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will catch you guys back here for tomorrow's live session as we wrap up the trading week. Also, just a reminder, guys, for next Monday, we're going to be having our mentoring session right after the live. I'll put up a post right now, a poll in the group. So I'll just do it right now while we're on here. When to host K2 group session next week. So what is next week? Oh, actually, I can't even do it. Actually, I could do it during the day. So let's see. Monday, April 11th. Yeah, next week's kind of a tough week for me. Let me just figure it out. Sorry, guys. My whole schedule is kind of, I didn't look at the calendar for next week. I'll change it later and I'll let you guys know because I'm kind of busy all next week. We can probably do it on Friday. Okay, so we'll do it next Friday, but I'll let you guys know. Here, I'll just do it right now. Actually, let's. How do I do that? Okay. When to host K2 group entry session next week. Friday, April 15. Make sure. Okay, April 15, 2022 at Oh, what time do we get off the live? So 10 a.m. We'll do 9 a.m. Pacific. Friday, April 15, 2022 at I guess we can do 2 p.m. Pacific. All right, guys. So I'm going to put that right there in the group. If you guys can vote, that'll be great. I mean, we have until next week, so it's not a crazy rush, but put that there. But yeah, other than that, guys, I think that's it for now. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, we'll be back tomorrow for the next live session as we wrap up the trading week. If you guys are located in California, keep cool during this heat wave. And it's supposed to be like over 100 degrees today, which is crazy. Went from 60 to now 100. So other than that, guys, have a great rest of your day. And if you guys have questions, reach out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow.